every man that I've gone on dates with that has been a masculine energy man, he's secure, he's confident, he's financially successful, they never ask me about my work, my job, my career. They don't ask me at all. They don't care. They don't care if I'm CEO or if I'm working minimum wage. They do not care. They maybe around date 3 will maybe be like, what do you do? And it's more like just kind of curious as far as like getting to know me. And it's usually like, do you like what you do? Do you like your job? Do you like what you do every day? But they're not asking very specific questions. It's more like, what time are you done with work so I can take you out? Those are the kinds of questions those men ask me. But then the insecure men who are not in their masculine energy, they bombard me with questions about my job. They want to ask me so many questions. At one point, I was like, should I just tell you what my salary is? Jeez.
My boyfriend lets me wear whatever I want. That man does not care about you. That's not a flex. That's a red flag with an alarm going off. And look, I'm not telling you what I think is right or wrong. I'm just telling you what is true about men. I'm trying to help you out here. I'm giving you inside information, okay? You're out here thinking you've got freedom. No, you've got neglect, okay? Because when a man really cares, a little bit of overprotectiveness is gonna kick in. That's just human nature. I don't care how awesome and modern he's pretending to be. He's not immune from being a human, okay? And look, this isn't always a form of control. It can also be genuine concern. You know, a man who loves you is not watching you walk out of the house looking like you're in a reggaeton video without batting an eye. He's gonna care. Not because he doesn't trust you, but because he doesn't trust other men. The world's a dangerous place. If your man sees you dressed like an unpaid Fashion Nova ambassador and just says, you look nice, and keeps texting, he don't love you. But he is probably hoping someone else will. So, don't confuse peace with passivity, okay? Real love is not possessive, but it is protective. If you're in provocative clothing and he doesn't flinch, he's already mentally single. So yeah, wear whatever you want, have a good time. But don't you think for a second that he's letting you, when in reality, he's just letting you go.
This is why he's acting like he doesn't care about you, but in reality, he actually does. Deep down, this guy loves the fact that you get so defensive, why he's not texting, why he's not calling, and all this other shit. Why might you ask? Because it seems like you care about him, but he doesn't care about you. But he loves the fact that you care. The only thing I want you to do from now on is stop caring. Stop calling, stop texting, especially if it's early on. Cut your ties and move on, because you don't want to be with a woman, essentially. That's all feminine energy. If he wants you, he's going to go for you. He's going to prove that he wants you.
Here's a disgusting truth about men that you don't want to know, but you should listen. They do not care about your feelings. They will continue to watch your Instagram stories. They will continue to keep you on the hook. They will even sometimes tell you the truth. Be like, maybe I'm not looking for a relationship. And you'll hold on to the glimmer of hope. Maybe the ChatGPT response that said, maybe one day he'll come around. But you know he won't. And you can't put your feelings in his hands. You have to love yourself so much that you can get out of a bad situation. A situation that no longer serves you and didn't for a very long time.
Men don't want you because you're too nice. That's just the bottom line here. Men don't want you when you're too nice, when you're overly accommodating, when you do so much for them that you don't allow them to do something for you. Men don't want you unless you kinda are, I don't want to say difficult, but you need to be a challenge, and you need to be a challenge very early on. In fact, the more you want him, the more challenging you need to be. What I had to learn was that men don't want you until they have to question if you want them. Men want you to be a bit of a bitch sometimes. They want you to be difficult, and they will want you so much more. So listen to me close when I tell you this right now. Put yourself first.
Men don't care about your personality. They don't care about your dreams, your goals, what you want to achieve in life, your likes, your dislikes. They don't care about these things. Men do not care about you as a person. They care about what you can offer them. They care about if there's something in it for them. That's why men usually don't do things unless they're going to get something out of it. So if a man is going out of his way, doing a lot of things, and you're like, oh my God, he's doing all these grand gestures, he wants something. He's doing it to get something out of you. Men don't do things just because they're kind human beings.
Men's primary focus is themselves, not a relationship with you. That's why they're scared of commitment. That's why they're scared of their freedom being taken away. Men are very rational and strategic, especially when it comes to dating, and they know exactly what to tell you and what to do for you in order to get the right things from you. Things that primarily benefit them. Now, in order to become more unbothered, you have to mirror a man. You have to think like a man but act like a lady. When you date, you have to be very strategic and have a certain goal, a benefit that you can get out of him. You also shouldn't give away or reveal your emotional attachment right from the start. You should be hot and cold. You should be giving mixed signals. You should be confusing, and your actions should be somewhat unpredictable, because that is what lures him in. You pull the reverse card and bet him with his own actions. Since a man's world always evolves around themselves and they're quite selfish, a woman that doesn't put her entire focus and energy on him and breaks the pattern makes herself more interesting to him. Now all of a sudden he wants you to care more. He wants you to be more predictable. He wants you to commit to him.
As if we didn't have enough fun trends going around. For some reason, I think there's a trend where women are coming on here and telling the entire world who they won't date and singling out groups of men. And I just want to say that men for so long have been told now why they're not good enough, not tall enough, not fit enough, don't have enough money. All of the many, many things that women come up with to emasculate or degrade them, that I gotta tell you, they don't care. They don't care anymore, ladies. If you come on here and you're voicing your negativity, they feel like, hey, thanks for letting me know who you are so I can dodge that bullet. Don't think that they're all going to be suddenly DMing you, because I highly doubt that that's happening. Men are now conditioned, because of women, to believe that women don't have any interest in them. So if you actually hope to come in contact with these men who you find to be potentially suitors, I hope, one, you're ready to put your best foot forward too, but also that you're going to be very bold, because they're no longer allowed to assume that batting your eyes means you have interest. They're no longer able to approach you, because if you think that they're not good looking enough, you're probably going to make a scene. I don't think these guys care. I'm just letting you know.
I'm trying to be a ride or die. Most men don't even acknowledge the girl that was with him at his lowest, the one that weathered certain storms with him. Because when he up or doing better in life, he gonna go spend those days with somebody who has no knowledge of where he came from or what he's been through. That's just gonna make you angry, bitter, resentful. It's gonna have you harboring a bunch of negative emotions, because you're gonna feel like that should be you. You should be the one to see the good days, because you was with him during so many bad days. You are literally going to feel like he owes you something, because you sat and you invested so many tears, so much time. You went through a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of betrayal, struggled with him. You went the whole 9 yards. But honestly, that was your choice. You had a choice to leave and you had a choice to stay. Like, it is literally best to let people figure life out. You do not have to stick around, sit around, and undergo their hard times with them. You also have to understand, just because you are willing to stay with somebody during their hard times, that don't mean that they're obligated to stay with you when they're in their good times. Everybody got free will to do what they want. So I'm just telling you, don't sit there and put yourself through that. Separate, enjoy life, live your life, and if it's meant to be, it'll come back together. But I see so many girls literally ruin themselves because they went and they sat through somebody's hard times, and then that person is nowhere to be found when they're up. It's like a bad investment. Don't invest into people that way. Please don't. If anything, become that girl that meets somebody when they're up, so you can enjoy everything without sitting there harboring all this anger, all this bitterness, all this resentment. Baby, You pretty, you young, you in your prime, enjoy life. Don't go through nobody's struggles with them. Baby, weather your own storm.
Women in today's society are starting to believe that men don't care, because the internet has become a battlefield of advice like men don't care, men don't like nice women, don't build with a man, and every day we are waking up to new rules, new warnings, new fears, and women are starting to believe that men don't really care. But today I want us to challenge that, because not every word said online is the truth, and not every warning is a reality. Let's dive into this. It's sad that so many women have bought into this narrative of generalizing men and their flaws in relationships. We hear these loud voices online telling women what men are, what men aren't, what men will always do, and somewhere along the way, we are stopping to use our common sense to assess the actual man standing in front of us. On social media, you hear things like, you can't build with a man, he will leave you when he gets better. You can't date a rich man, they won't respect you. Date a rich man anyway. Rather cry in a Lamborghini. Men don't like nice women, and the list goes on and on. But honestly, this biased extreme information is not helping anyone. It's breaking women apart, it's confusing men, and it's destroying relationships that could have been healthy, balanced, and real. You realize in today's society, instead of addressing situations individually, we are now condemning all men, or instead praising all men in certain categories, and that is so dangerous because it leaves so many men feeling unseen, unappreciated, or mislabeled. You have to realize that different men act according to who they are, not according to social media headlines. You will realize that there are men who will build with their women and stay loyal even after success because that is their character. And then you also realize there are men who won't stay with their women because they lack gratitude, and that is who they are. And we have to understand it's not all men, it's individuals, because when we generalize, we harm our own community. Good men are giving up on women, and good women are giving up on men. And relationships look more complicated today, not because love is dead, but because narratives are loud, extreme, and toxic. We need to rise above biased information. We need to stop putting every man or every woman into one box, because I can't represent all women and one man cannot represent all men. It's time we start thinking for ourselves again, guys, because the truth is, all men are not the same and all women are not the same. We need to address people individually, not as a group. And all in all, you can say men don't care if you want to, but you have to understand this. Whenever we put men in one box, we create another broken man, another guarded woman, and another failed relationship. And if we go on like this, love will lose its meaning. So let today be the day we stop the noise, the lies, the labels, and we admit the truth. Men do care and women also do care. We should try as much as possible to stop generalizing women and men, because this is affecting many relationships in a very negative way. And that's it for today, guys. If you have anything to add on this topic, you can share your thoughts in the comment section. It's been your girl Joanne as always. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I would like to wish you a wonderful day. Take care of your beautiful lives. Until next time, I love you guys. Bye.